From the Brian Gunzel Studios, this is the Locked Up Sports New York Mets pregame show. Mets baseball on Locked Up Sports starts now.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Bob Walters, Brett Grosso here for a short, quick pregame show as the Mets get started on their final 9 games. The final homestand of the season is almost over. This is the final series of the season. Brett, what's up? We were all wondering yesterday as they had the 3 millionth fan cross through the gates. Were you the 3 millionth fan?
I look over and I go, and I really thought it was still up, and so I was not. Supposedly the 3 millionth fan was the day before, which is great. I really like it. It's amazing they got the 3 million. They hyped up all week. The Mets, Steve Cohen, their social media department, this 3 millionth fan. If you're in the ballpark, you're getting a special gift. Very special. They were so clear how amazing it was for us and how we came through, just like Steve Cohen asked. And 3 million of us came through. Me and Bob so many times. My buddy Mike.
At least close to 100 of the 3 million.
So many times. And what would you expect? Maybe a pin, right? Maybe a pin. Maybe like something to commemorate. A T-shirt. Maybe that says 3 million with something on it. And I look and I searched high and low to figure out what did they give away. I didn't hear anything after. And I look, and I'm pretty sure the giveaway, the special thing that they hyped up was, everybody in attendance gets to go up to the concession and get a $3 Coke. It's only $3 because the 3 million of you showed up. We're only going to charge you 75% of what a Coke costs in our stadium, but 500% more than a Coke costs in real life.
I thought for sure it was going to be something like, okay, a shirt or a pin. A pin would have been nice for everybody else, but the 3 millionth person that got his ticket scanned, I thought it was going to be like, balloons come down and then they get like season tickets.
Mrs. Met comes down.
Mrs. Met, Mr. Met.
They trumpets. They come out with Timmy Trumpet, like the whole deal,
down the
right?
stair, the spiral staircase down each side of the
Cohen
staircase.
And Alex Cohen come down with
Jackie Robinson, Rotunda, the whole thing.
Yes. Jackie Robinson's widow comes out. All of it. It's a special event, right? 3 million. They talked about it. They hyped it up. We did it. $3 Coke.
Yeah. Listen, if that's what it was, then that's ridiculous because they hyped it up. You're right. They were giving something away, and then to give you a $3 Coke. Come on. So, but anyway, the game. Listen, they drive you mad. This team drives me mad. The 8-game losing streak, and then it's 2 out of 3 they win, and then they hit 10 home runs in the series, the most they've ever hit against any team at home in a 3-game series. You got Pete Alonso, who's now all of a sudden Pete Alonso is the best player on the team. This is the Pete Alonso that we needed, right? This is Pete Alonso last year, season-saving Pete Alonso. This is rookie Pete Alonso. This is Pete Alonso hitting home runs all over the place, and he has just caught fire at the right time. And again, listen, the Mets got hot at the right time. I think they saved it by the hair and the chinny chin. They saved this season because if that losing streak goes 2 more games, it's over. It's over. And they saved it. They turned it around. They got hot.
I wouldn't call it hot. We're close to getting hot.
Yeah, but
you're right.
8-1 the day before they hit 4 home runs when I was at the game.
But it's more about like they do this and they pull the wool over our eyes, Bob. And then you think that, right? And then they get blanked by the Nationals. And a guy who's 1-0 with a 1-point-something ERA, who we don't even see coming. Because everybody's talking about our guy, right? We're talking about Brandon Sproat. But over here on the other guy, I don't know how he's going to be. Andrew Alvarez, 1-0, 1.15. That looks scary. That looks like when the Mets
He's a September call-up. He's a September call-up for the Nats, right? He's one of their guys, one of their stars in the minors.
What I saw was a team I was there yesterday. I saw an offense and Pete Alonso, who you don't want to pitch to. Juan Soto, who looks scary at the plate no matter what. Even Lindor was looking more comfortable. Nimmo, who has a big home run in that game, even though, that throw home, guy can't still throw from the outfield. We'll get to that. But it scares me. You're right, Bob. They're hot, right? But can they do it tonight? Like, can they?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to last a little bit. It usually lasts about a week. They just it's so maddening though, because just a week ago we're sitting here going, oh, they're swept by the Phillies. Now they're doing terrible at home. They're losing games at home, and you're ready. It's over. Like the ceiling's caving in on them. And then in the snap of a finger, all of a sudden now we're back to we got the talent that we can make a run here. Soto has been unbelievable. He's hitting home runs. He's stealing bases all over the place. You got Lindor's wife even winning things, and playing the national anthem on the violin.
Listen, I don't care what you're a fan of. And I actually saw a Yankee fan put it up today of I'm a Yankee fan, and she had a post of talking about how nervous she was before it. And to watch him there holding the little infant baby, the one that she couldn't even come see him right when they got to Citi Field earlier because that baby was too young. And to watch his two other girls, he's got his young first baby boy there, and his wife. I mean,
pulling on the heartstrings,
playing the violin. But it was honestly, and as you watch now from that, the Mets now win those two games.
Yeah,
and you
but
go,
that's pulling on the heartstrings. That's like when I went to the mayor's, went to the mayor City Hall, and I was going to speak at the press conference, and before the press conference, the mayor came up to me and said to me, I don't want you to speak at the press conference. I want your wife, and I want her holding the baby. And I was like, okay, well, then you take that up with her, Mr. Mayor, because I'm not asking her that. You take that up with her.
That post, I was like, if anybody's seen Sarah, what great job by Sarah. I swear, I remember that like so vividly.
Yeah.
Like,
I was the one that was supposed to speak, and the mayor himself came up. He's like, listen, I don't want you speaking.
They saw you, and they were like nah.
Like, he's going to talk about the podcast.
They were like, nah. Yeah, you can't do what a baby does.
Now,
we can
Jonah,
do we've done that here. We've done that here.
No,
Once
I
in a
can't
while,
do
you got to bring me on.
Baby was pulling my commissioner's hair. Pulling her hair. And I didn't think you get in trouble. I have one cell door open and I lose 4 vacation days. The baby's pulling the hair, nothing. So, but now let's get to. Go ahead.
Things are, we always bring B out because you got to bring out when we got sweeps week. We bring B out because that's what pays the bills around here.
Sweeps week. Yeah. Now, yesterday with Tong, we both said I would have liked to see him a little more than 5 innings because he's going to be pitching, right? Senga struggled in his start. Senga's now sitting there going, give me one more chance. But there are no more chances because the minor league season's over. This was your chance. You give 4 or 5 runs, it's over.
So I just saw the news conference where it was about Senga and it was about Mendoza and Senga. And Senga pitches yesterday, has a terrible outing. The Mets, it pretty much solidified that you will pretty much not be seeing Senga. They're going to do it in the most gracious way for him. But right now they said, okay, the minor league season ends on Sunday, so there are no more outings for him in the minor leagues. They go, he is going to face live batters, is all they promised for his next outing.
Stuff like that,
He will be simulating a game somewhere. He will, whatever happens from that point, they will, who knows, they will be, I guarantee you, I doubt he is going to be pitching on this roster in the postseason.
Yeah, and so now, we go from that. Yes, Jonah Tong. Excellent. Listen, and big time stuff coming through.
I'm not mad because they got the win. It all worked out. But the whole point of having him there, and as well as he's pitching, was he was getting so much stronger. There was nobody who was going to hit him that next inning. And I know you can say that or do whatever.
You need more than 5 innings. Stop babying these guys.
The whole point is we needed to save whoever that next reliever is that needed to, because right now those guys can't pitch every day. Rogers can pitch every day. That's great. You can't throw Soto every day. You can't throw Raley every day. You can't throw Diaz every day. And I'm sorry, when you throw all 4, Tong would have given you enough to get through the next inning no matter what. You would have been able to then use 3 instead of 4 of those relievers. It really does make a difference going down the stretch to hold on to each one of those arms. And it's like, it's so frustrating to see who do we not have available tonight.
Yeah, and now I was at the game the night before, and I don't care what anybody says. I'm taking full credit for this because I was saying it before anybody else was, and before the Mets even brought it up. To the starter game, I loved it when it had the day it happened. I loved it before the All-Star break. I said it. I was going with it for the whole second half. And what happened? 4 innings from Holmes, brilliant. 5 innings from Minaya, brilliant. They didn't even have to go to the bullpen. This is what's going to be coming in the future, Brett, because these pitches now are 4-inning pitches, 5-inning pitches, and this is going to be the future. It's going to be those two. It's going to be and now and I don't know, and I don't know if I'm right to even say this, but I think that Minaya, he has a good outing, 5 innings, right? Gives up 1 run. He was great. The piggyback thing worked. Now he has his wife is having a baby. He's on the paternity list. He's taking his time. Now, I know that he gets his time, but I also know that he gets like a year or 2 to take the time, right? Do we need him to take this time now? Is that okay with you to miss the last start before going into he's on the paternity list, so I don't think he's not going to be there for this next start. He had a baby. His wife had a baby. I think you can take. I mean, take it when the baby's like 6 months. Because he finally had a good start, right? Finally, it's about time, right? Finally get a good start. Now you're going on maternity or paternity leave.
Listen, they have this stuff timed out pretty well. I don't know what are we doing, a regular delivery? Are we doing a C-section? Is it planned? Do we
he gets the time off just like anybody else does, just like the rest of us do.
No, but that man is going to watch the head come out. If his start comes pretty soon and the whole body's not out,
no, he doesn't get starts anymore. He's the piggyback guy in the bullpen. No, he doesn't get the start anymore.
But listen, that experiment only works if you show me and prove it to me again. You know what I mean?
Like now Senga. Well, it's worked twice, Brett, because when they did it, the same two pitchers, right? No, I agree. No Senga, but that's what they're talking about.
Telling you, no, but you're right.
It's worked twice. It worked the first time too. They lost in 10 innings, like 1-0.
Sean Manaea, a guy who was injured for most of this year, the guy who has finally had a decent start. There is very little things that is going to keep him from making that start. I truly believe he's going to make that, start or whatever you want to call it. His next appearance in rotation with hopefully that. Like, I don't want to see you mix and match that. Let's do it. Regular days rest. Can this stuff work? Listen, congratulations. Have fun with the baby. Get back here. You already took half our season away. Next time, let's keep it out and at the right time of year to not do this with the playoffs next time, all right?
Lineup tonight is out. Here it is. We'll give it to you. It's here first on Locked Up Sports. Lindor, Soto, Alonso. Okay. Vientos, Nimmo, Marte in the DH. Alvarez behind the plate. Scared the other night. I thought they were throwing at him on purpose. I don't know why. The Mets were pissed off. They were upset with I think it was Soto before him that took the timeout or something. There was some. Yeah. I was at the game, so I don't really know all the ins and outs of it. But they looked pissed off. He threw in tight to him. Then the first pitch nails the Alvarez on the arm, and it looked terrible from where I was at least. But he's okay. It was terrible, but still, like, why can't we nail the guy in the middle of the back in the next inning? They had like an 8-1 lead, but that's besides the point.
And you're right. Baby, well, at the same time,
Siri
turn their back.
Siri in center field.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Siri back center field. No Mullins.
Right. If you know who that leaves out, it's McNeil. McNeil's on the bench. Marte is DH, and that one's been hit or miss.
How I feel about Marte, and you get another big hits all over the place for Marte.
What I mean by that, and we like that hit or miss. That means that he's hitting once in a while. Like Marte will come up with a big home run. It's good to see Nimmo kind of come around. Alonso's been so hot. You know what you're getting out of Soto now every day for the rest of the next 14 years. And Lindor, if he can become a little bit, if that, maybe that violin struck a chord with him and things can really, get in tune. That's really what we need.
I mean, it's, what it is with Alonso's now carrying the team, and Alonso is hit home runs in 4 straight games, right? He's hit home runs in 4 straight games, and they're not like just clearing the wall. It's not like Alvarez the other night last night, or was that 2 nights ago when he hit off the top of the wall, which wasn't a home run, by the way. I don't know how to say.
When I heard that ball even yesterday, I was like, holy cow! Like instant, you just know it's long gone. But that ball he hit the other night in the second deck goes in a place.
Yeah, the game I was at. Yeah.
Very
monster.
Very few balls have went in Citi Field, and I'm talking if you include all-star home run derbies. That is very rare air to hit balls in that spot into left center in the second deck in 2-3 rows deep. That's something, man. Like that guy, when he's on, and that means he doesn't have to swing hard. That's Alonso's thing is when he's on, he just needs to be like that classic bat on ball, and it's getting ripped. And not just for home runs. He's got doubles. He hit one the other way the other day. Like when he's on, man, this is what we need. I don't care if it's just for a few days. Right around the he did it time. So let's go. Let's win this game tonight. Let's move on. Let's go. Look.
Now, as far as the wild card goes, 2 games up, right? 2 up on Arizona. 2 is it 2 up on Arizona and 2.5 on the other 2, or 3 on the other 2?
Yeah,
I don't have it here. I should have her here. It's 2 and 3, right?
Lost to LA last night. Reds won, so the Reds and the Diamondbacks, I believe, are right around.
They're 2. So they're all 2. So the Giants had lost. Giants got swept. Giants are playing themselves right out of it. This whole thing that we were worried about, the Giants and the trades and everything that we made, forget. Giants are playing themselves out of it.
This is what happens. The Mets win this game tonight. Forget about if anybody else loses. We don't even really have to worry about that. It turns it into where if the Mets play 500 ball, the other teams have to go 7-1.
Yeah. No, the Mets are in good shape. They're in good shape.
That happens, you start looking at now again, then you start talking about, but it's a problem if you start really losing games, but you're looking good. And now forget about the rearview mirror. You just win your games. You don't even have to worry about catching Padres anymore. It's very simple. You know what I mean? Just the next couple games, win the games you're supposed to. It's the Nationals. It's the Marlins. You have a little bit with the
Cubs
Cubs
have nothing to play for. Cubs have nothing to play for because Milwaukee won the division and San Diego's not catching them. Mets
going
can
to
catch
bring
San
the
Diego.
starters in, let them out early. They're not going to use their best arms. If they did, they're not going to leave them in for very long. It's going to be this is the time. But baseball's baseball. You can get swept by the Nationals.
No, the Marlins is who I'm worried about. The Marlins is who I'm worried about.
Very worried about the Marlins. The Marlins are
because
good.
The Marlins, they thrive on just ruining Mets.
In the division,
ruining Mets seasons.
You want to do that. That's a win for you. You can go out on feeling like you had a win when you don't have playoffs.
And we're rooting for the Phillies tonight. And for the Dodgers now, this is good for us too. Ready? Because the Dodgers, Clayton Kershaw is making his last home start in the regular season ever, as he announced his retirement yesterday. So he's going to be going, full tilt. I don't think because he's not the number one starter or anything like that anymore for the playoffs. He's going to try. They're going to try and get him a win tonight in his final regular season start of his career, of the great career.
And he's been fading a little bit. And the best part is, if the Mets end up playing the Dodgers, or whichever way this all shakes out, they're going to put Kershaw. We're going to crush him in his last start ever. And we're going to beat the Dodgers in the first round. This is nice. And they don't even want to put him in that spot, but they're like, no, it's his last year. And I'm telling you, Kershaw, last year, he's fading. Mets,
yeah.
Bob.
And then the Phillies, we got to root for the Phillies. We got to root for the Phillies tonight. Which sucks, but it is what it is. Listen. No. Mets are in good shape.
For Kyle Schwarber, he's our next DH. It's okay.
Mets are in good shape with this playoff thing. They're going to the playoffs now. They're sending me. They're trying to sell me tickets. So it's trying to get me to buy a season tickets for next year, and they'll include a playoff package for this year. Which it's not really offering much. Like you said, it wasn't going to be a couple games. I mean, and they make you buy straight through the World Series, so I'd be in for a couple $1,000.
Oh, it's more than you even think. But
then what they say is when they don't make it to the World Series, they say, "We'll put this money towards next year's tickets." I don't want to do that. I want my money back.
That's exactly.
It's like winning the 50-50, Brett. It's like winning the 50-50, and they're like, "Wow, why don't you donate it back to help cure the disease?"
You don't do that. No, you got to negotiate these days. These guys, they have all types of experiences and all the other stuff. You got to really, you got to hold out. Now, I wouldn't. This year for the playoffs, listen, if they make it, good for them, be more of a surprise. Now, the next few years, it's supposed to happen. So I would say next year, we start to get into that same thing. We get into the playoff tickets this year, but don't worry about it. We're going to get in this year.
Well, there's my boy Carlos Velasco listening to the show, Brett. I got invited to a Halloween party. I don't really do what would Philly Karen? Would I have my wife go as Philly's Karen? And I go as
that would go real well. You showing up in Phillies gear. You gotta show. No, it's your classic, just a Met. You just show.
No, I'm not going as a baseball player. If I go to the Halloween party, I gotta come up with something good. I don't want to get I don't want to get myself canceled here and say something. But I gotta go with something good.
You just bring the beekeeper out with B. You got
That's
your daughter.
But I can't bring a baby to an adult Halloween party. It's an adult beverages and stuff like that.
Barely bring you to an adult Halloween party. So you might as well.
You're right. Good point. And but anyway, so Sprout tonight, right? What do we expect from Sprout? I think we get a good solid. I think the Mets win tonight, right? They usually handle the Nats. Nats aren't very good. They're playing out the string. I think the Mets are going to be okay tonight.
Sproat showed in his last outing that when he gets into trouble, he can handle it. Let
him go. Let him pitch tonight, would you? Would you let him pitch?
I think they should, especially with them using the bullpen yesterday. I think he realized we're playing the Padres. And what you realize is he took Tong out in the inning where he was about to face Arraez, Machado, and the heart of that Padres lineup yesterday. Today, you don't have that same thing. Outside of James Bell, you don't have much else to fear in this lineup. And so you go, I don't think you're going to see an early hook. I think he's got a little bit more confidence in Sproat because last time Tong, he had that bad start to the game. He wanted to have a good taste in Tong's mouth. So what's going to happen tonight is Sproat is going to pitch 7. Very good chance if he's low in the pitch count, he goes
pulled
into
him in the
8.
6. Pulled him in the 6 last time, and I didn't like it. And he pulled. Tong last 5 innings is not good, Brett. You got to get these guys going more than 5 innings.
Stretch them out because you're going to need them there to go the third time through the lineup in the postseason. And that's going to be the difference of what makes us you win a game. If you want to rely on this bullpen in the postseason, 4 different bullpen arms over 4 innings, you have no chance.
No chance. Not with the Mets. Not with the Mets bullpen.
You do have a chance, though, if you're a young gun.
You have Roberts, Riley, Brazoban, Helsley.
You do have a chance, though, if your young guy gets you into the 8th inning you bring in whoever your hot guy is. I don't know who it is. And then Diaz. Hot guy, Diaz. Lefty, righty. I don't know what the best combo is, but I'm telling you right now, bring in Diaz early. I don't even care. Not too early, but give them their time. Let them pitch into the 8th inning when they're low. I'm sorry. I'm watching Tong at 70-something pitches last night. And they're pulling him out there. That means you know what happens? That's no confidence. These guys live on confidence.
He got a lot of confidence yesterday with that. I think he pulled him because he wanted to keep him at that optimum confidence because he didn't get out of the first inning in the last start.
He was about to strike out 2 out of the next 3 batters. That guy was so dominant late in that game. He would have ended up with 10 strikeouts, 6 scoreless, 6 with 1 unearned run. And he right there would have had the confidence level would have shot. Again, you're right. Good for them. It worked out. I'm all for it. But you used an extra bullpen arm. You didn't give him the extra inning. I expect him to let Sproat go a little further tonight, and McClain writes his own ticket the rest of the way. I'm sorry. That guy's got to go as far as his arms go, and no pulling people early.
They want me to go as Pete Alonso and a polar bear. Now, Brett, real quick. Before we go, 3 games. we're gonna take a poll later before we get to this Halloween party, and I'm gonna wear something that the fans want us to leave. Real quick before we go, game's about to start. You have a 3. Let's say you're playing Dodgers wild card 3-game series. Who are your 3 starters? Do you roll the dice and start the 3 kids? Give me your game 1, game 2, and game 3 starters real quick.
It all goes based off of tonight. Sproat shows up tonight like I fully expect him to. It's gonna be going McClain, Sproat, and again, it all comes down to Tong has 1 more start. Same thing. You get a bad start from Tong, it's going to go Holmes, Minaya. If not, it's going Tong. But
I'm going McClain, game 1, Holmes, Minaya, game 2, and Sproat, game 3. And hopefully you don't even get to a game 3, right? Hopefully you don't get to a game 3.
But you may need the 4th one based on you having to pitch one of those arms in your final game.
Fair.
So
yeah, it's all everybody's available.
Will be a lot more crucial than you think. Not to mention you're going to have to then go pitch who's starting game 1 after we go beat the Dodgers in LA. So
Mets,
let's go.
Nationals, it's next. It's yours. Enjoy the game, everybody. Final 9 games for the Mets. 2-game lead. They control their own destiny. Let's go, Mets. For Brett Grasso, I'm Bob Walters. Don't forget, check us out on all your social medias, all your podcast plus spots, and YouTube. From the Brian Gunzel Studios, see ya.